Hi. So we're getting to the end of counting the Omer, and we're also concluding our Chutzpah campaign. And it brings to mind imagery of Shavuot, right now, the holiday that's going to start on Saturday night. So we've counted 49 days, and we remember on Shavuot the giving of the Torah from God. And we tell ourselves the stories of Na'aseh v'nishma, that we, as the Jewish people, decided that we would do first, and then we would learn more. Na'aseh, to do, v'nishma, and then we'll hear, like Shema Israel. The only problem with that is that we record in the Talmud a midrash that says the following. The Jews actually may not have been so enthusiastic. In fact, to the extent that God actually took Har Sinai, God took the mountain, and held it over the people and said, you know what? If you're willing to accept the Torah, great. If not, maybe I'm going to drop this mountain on top of you and you're all going to be obliterated. So that doesn't seem to work as well with the narrative of our excitement for receiving the document. Now, that breeds a question and a problem, because acceptance that's based on coercion isn't acceptance. If there was a death threat put against us, it doesn't make sense that we would be held responsible for actually doing that thing. In contract law, if somebody's holding a gun to your head and they say you have to sign or else, and you sign to save your life, you're not liable for that contract. So we also shouldn't be liable for keeping the Torah. So the Talmud comes back and answers, when did we actually accept the Torah? We accepted it by the story of Purim. When Esther and the people were saved, right? We were so appreciative, and it came from a place of love that we said, now we are going to be makabel the Torah. Now we are going to accept the Torah, and we're doing it from a sense of appreciation for the great miracles that have occurred for the Jewish people. So we come back around later at a time in history and actually do accept and then become liable for the keeping of the Torah. Why is this interesting to me from the standpoint of being a Hillel rabbi and running a pluralistic organization? Because today in the 21st century, our students have absolute choice. They can do whatever they want on campus. There's 1,200 different clubs, and you know this in your own life. Saturday, you can go to Home Depot. You can play golf if you want to. You can go out with friends. You can go to shul. Friday night, you have those same kinds of choices. Judaism in America in the 21st century is entirely voluntary. And it's only driven by a sense of value or love that 21st century Americans, typically, maybe outside of people who consider themselves to be obligated in observant Judaism, typically most of our students, 90% of our students, only feel motivated to do these things because they're getting a sense of value. They're doing it out of a place of community. They're doing it out of a place of love. And we've had to adapt. As the Jewish world, probably since the 1950s, we don't have a cordoning off of the Jewish community from the outside, from anti-Semitism, holding us together in a ghetto, holding us together by not allowing us to take certain professions, holding us together with hate. Today, we're generally accepted into society. And so we have a choice that faces us. We're only driven by what we're actually going to fall in love with. But the truth is, our students have fallen in love. And I want to encourage you also to find your own passion, to find your own love in this whole project, something that you deeply connect to that helps to root your Judaism. Because the threat of the mountain above us doesn't exist in the same kind of way today. But the beauty and appreciation for life that they discovered around the time of Esther in the Purim story very much could. So as you go through the Shavuot holiday, I'm going to encourage you to look for those things that you're passionate about. Look for those things that you're appreciative of. Look for the love and the value that you're finding in your own Jewish experience and embrace it. And allow that to redouble your commitment to Judaism and to Jewish life, just as it has for our students. So I started this by saying that we're ending. The campaign is ending, and we're greatly, greatly appreciative for those of you who have chosen to contribute. And I would like to know, I'm big on data and I'm big on feedback, I would like to know if this kind of campaign, which is really driven on love, we have participants, the participants who have been submitting their videos and their excerpts and are on our participants page, have been telling you the stories about what they love about Hillel. Not about crisis, not about coercion, not about a deficit or about some problems that we're having on campus, but rather the proactive and the positive work that we're doing on campus. I would like to know from you as the community if that's a powerful message. Has that motivated you to actually take action? So if you'll send us an email, or you'll make a comment to this video, or you'll make a donation and put in the memo line, I'm motivated by love. I'm motivated to support things which are providing a value proposition to our students. I would like to know. You can also write back and say to me, you know what, actually I think our community is motivated by fear and crisis, and I would be interested to know that as well. So I thank you really for taking the time to watch these videos. I want to encourage you to have an amazing Shabbat and an amazing Shavuot, and we will see you again next year.